Hey, what's up everybody? It's Nick Cino from VigilanteDetective.com and welcome to my latest rock album review for the 7th studio album from heavy metal rockers Disturbed. It's called Evolution. Evolution is the follow-up to 2015's Immortalized. What was that? Yes, Evolution is the follow-up to Immortalized, which was a huge record for Disturbed. It featured their cover of Simon & Garfunkel's classic, The Sound of Silence, which brought Disturbed back to the radio airwaves, and it was a huge record for them. Okay, what is that? Is there some sort of David Draymond ghost in here? Like, what's going on? I'm feeling like I'm down with the sickness. When it comes to my fandom of Disturbed, I'm a casual fan. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Disturbed fan. I've enjoyed what I've heard from them in the past. Followed them a little bit earlier on in their career with albums like The Sickness from the early 2000s, and kind of checked in here and there, but was never really huge on the band. But as a band that's been around for a long time, as a band that's known for their heavy metal kind of style, I was looking forward to seeing how the band evolved on Evolution. I'm happy to say that the album. Okay, what is that? What is that? All right, I got to do this review. Okay, let's just stop the ooh-ah-ah-ahs for a moment. This album starts off on a very, very chuggy rock note, which is good because this is a Disturbed album. Their fans want to hear some heavy songs, but it starts out heavy, and then there are many ebbs and flows on this record, which longtime and hardcore Disturbed fans may enjoy, or they may not enjoy. Let's get to the songs themselves on this record. It starts out with kind of like a double hit of really heavy rock tunes, Are You Ready? And No More, which I really enjoyed. Those are great songs. And then it moves into rock ballad territory. There are more acoustic guitars on this album than you would think. Obviously, there's your fair share of chugging, down-tuned heavy metal riffs, but there are a lot of great kind of acoustic-based songs on here, which I think are a result of the band's success with The Sound of Silence. One of the songs that I really liked on this album was A Reason to Fight. That was a great song. Another highlight for me was In Another Time. It kind of hits all the notes of a great Disturbed song. It starts out with those chugging riffs in the verse, and then it moves into those kind of big, spacious, anthemic choruses, which Disturbed do very, very well. Stronger on Your Own, another quality rock track on this record. Holding On to Memories. This might have been my favorite track on the album. Great melody, had great acoustic guitar, a great vocal from David Draymond, and great guitar work as well. So it kind of hit all the right buttons for me. Watch You Burn, where it had really great verses with light acoustic guitar, had a falsetto vocal from David Draymond, and then it kind of moves into a more traditional, like heavy Disturbed chorus. But on this song, instead of kind of big guitars, they replaced the guitars with strings, doing that kind of chugging heavy metal stuff, and I found that to be awesome. One of the singles from this record is called The Best Ones Live, the latest single. It's got major commercial appeal on that song. Already Gone, which was the album closer. I really, really enjoyed this song. Had great harmonies on it. It was a great album closer, and that was kind of the end of the traditional version of the album. It's also available in a deluxe edition, which features The Sound of Silence, a live version with Miles Kennedy from Slash and the Conspirators. He sings with David Draymond on that song, which is great, because obviously there's the two harmony parts with Simon and Garfunkel. That's fantastic. And there are some other good songs on this record too. Some of the bonus tracks on this one. I really enjoyed what's it called? The Venom. Okay, now if you've seen the movie Venom, there's a song from Eminem at the end of it. You know what? They should have replaced this song with the Disturbed track, because that would have been better on the Venom soundtrack. In terms of my lowlights on this record, there was only a couple of songs that I didn't really enjoy. The one that I was kind of didn't really stand out to me was called Savior of Nothing. It was a decent song, but it kind of felt like filler to me. And I think, with this album being a little bit softer and more acoustic, it really shows David Draymond's range and style as a vocalist, because obviously we know he can do that heavy metal stuff. He's got a great kind of aggressive rock voice, but when he sings these softer songs, he's got a really beautiful side to his voice that I really enjoyed on this album, and it just proves how great of a vocalist that he is. There's also some great guitar work from Dan Donegan. It'd be nice if there was maybe a little bit more shredding and some more solos on this record, but overall, some of the acoustic things that he did were really, really great, and I enjoyed that. And like I said, this album kind of follows on the success of The Sound of Silence. The band is obviously known for doing their heavy rock songs, and now they're kind of exploring a different side. I'm not sure if they've done this too much on their past records, but exploring the acoustic side on this album just gives the band a little bit more a commercial appeal, and on their 7th studio record, you want the band to be expanding and doing different things, and that's exactly what they do on Evolution. The mix of styles on this album was great. It kind of broke up the album for me so that it wasn't monotonous. You know, like I said, ebbs and flows to a record are great and kind of give you a reason to perk up your ears in the middle of a listen. I also thought it was a good October album because, you know, October is Halloween month, and I always tend to really love listening to heavy bands like Disturbed and Deftones and like a Perfect Circle and Tool during the month of October, because it just gives me that Halloween vibe. So it's a great kind of October record. And I read online that this is also an album that's a tribute to kind of fallen heroes, or fallen rock heroes, which we've lost a lot of great vocalists and musicians over the last little while. Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. They also said that this album was a tribute to Vinnie Paul. So it's nice to see them paying tribute to some of rock's greatest artists. All right, so let's get to the score for this record. Like I said, I'm a casual Disturbed fan, only really heard the singles in the past. It was really my first time listening to a Disturbed album, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure how hardcore fans are going to feel about it, but as a casual fan, I found it to be a really good listen. So I'm going to give the 7th studio album from Disturbed, called Evolution, an 8 out of 10. All right, everybody, that is it for me. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new Disturbed album in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, share it with your friends and your fellow rock fans, your fellow Disturbed fans, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check me out on the internets at vigilantedetective.com, where we talk about music, movies, and pop culture, and follow me on Twitter at The Walking Nick. We'll see you again in the next rock album review. This is Cino, out. What is that?